It began like many 911 calls, panicked, confused, desperate. But what unfolded over the next 24 hours became one of the most disturbing and mysterious cases ever recorded in Jackson County, Missouri. 911. "What's your emergency?" the dispatcher asked. A man's trembling voice came through the receiver. I need an ambulance. It's my wife, Donna. She's bleeding badly. She's not responding properly. Please help." "What happened, sir?" There was a long pause, static in the background. Then he whispered, "It's a long story." "Sir, we have time, but I need you to explain exactly what happened to your wife." And that's when Michael Green began to confess. Michael and Donna Green had been married for nearly 18 years. On the outside, they seemed like your typical suburban couple, mid-40s, financially stable, living in a modest house outside of Kansas City. But the cracks in their marriage had started to show. Michael claimed Donna had grown cold, distant, that she was critical of everything, his job, his habits, even his voice. But he didn't just blame her. He blamed her mind. "She always thought she was smarter than me," he told the dispatcher. "She'd talk to me like I was a child, like I was worthless." Michael had started seeing someone, a 25-year-old secretary named Barbara. Donna had found out, threatened divorce. The situation escalated. Then Michael met a man on a dark corner of the internet who claimed he had cured his own wife's emotional instability with a procedure, an old procedure, a lobotomy. And Michael believed him. He attempted it himself. He bought the tools online, watched YouTube videos, practiced on animal skulls. One night, he gave Donna sleeping pills, waited until she slipped into unconsciousness, and laid her on the dining table. "She started to wake up when I picked up the blade," he told the dispatcher. "So I gave her more pills, but I couldn't wait any longer. I had to start. When she screamed, he panicked. I couldn't stop the bleeding," he kept repeating. "There was too much. I thought I could finish it later. That's when she passed out." And he called 911 not out of guilt, not out of love, but because he was afraid she might die before he could complete the procedure. The dispatcher's voice cracked with horror. "You were going to lobotomize your wife? Yourself?" "Yes," he admitted, "because she stopped loving me. She was going to leave. I had to fix her." Police arrived at the Green residence just minutes later. Donna was barely alive, unconscious and soaked in blood. Michael was arrested on the spot. But while the case of Michael Green horrified the town, something even stranger was brewing at the same time, on the other side of Jackson County. Another call came in to 911, this time from a young woman named Emily Johnson. 911, what's your emergency?" "My brother is missing," Emily said, her voice shaking. "How old is he?" 24. "His name is Robert G. Johnson. I haven't seen him in a week. I went to check on him this morning and something's wrong." "What do you mean?" "All the mirrors in his apartment are smashed, every reflective surface broken. And he left behind his keys, wallet, everything." Robert had always been a little eccentric, brilliant, quiet, but haunted. Ever since their father had been brutally murdered 10 years earlier, stabbed 27 times with a carving knife, Robert hadn't been the same. "He used to tell me that whenever he looked in the mirror," Emily said, "he'd see something staring back at him. Not his reflection, something beside it." She paused. "He said it was the killer, the thing that murdered our dad. He believed it wasn't human." Emily explained that Robert believed the man the police once suspected a neighbor wasn't just a man, that he had red skin, lizard-like eyes, and a mouth constantly bleeding, as though his tongue had been severed. The monster would visit him in his dreams, threaten him, tell him that, after killing Dad, it would come for Mom, then for me, and then drag Robert's soul to hell. Police searched Robert's apartment thoroughly. No signs of forced entry. No blood. No struggle. But those broken mirrors, they were everywhere. Even the screen of his phone had been shattered. 3 days later, his body was found beneath a rusted bridge outside of town. He had been stabbed 27 times, the same as his father. The case sent shockwaves through the community. Was it a copycat killer? A coincidence? Or something worse? Narrator transitions tone, reflective, eerie. After Robert's death, Emily struggled with guilt. She had promised their father on his deathbed that she'd always protect her little brother, and now he was gone. In the weeks that followed, she began seeing things herself. Shadows near the bathroom mirror, whispers in reflections. One night, she claimed she saw her brother's face in her vanity mirror, eyes wide, blood leaking from his mouth. He mouthed the words, "It's still here." Emily checked herself into a psychiatric hospital months later, diagnosed with trauma-induced psychosis. But that didn't explain what happened next. One night, during a group therapy session, another patient, a man named Gregory, mentioned a dream. A red-skinned man, bleeding mouth, lizard eyes. The room went silent. Another woman said she'd seen the same face outside her window at 3A. Somehow, all of them had seen the same entity, long before meeting each other. The hospital started recording dreams. Patterns emerged. Names, symbols, dates. One night, during a group therapy session, and every single one of them matched murders unsolved across the Midwest, all with 27 stab wounds. Today, the Robert G. case is still officially classified as unsolved. Michael Green was sentenced to life in prison for the attempted lobotomy of his wife. But the real question lingers not about Michael, or even Robert. The question is, what lives behind the mirror? And more importantly, when will it look back at you? Don't look too long.